So what is a day in the life of having chronic illness like? Well, of course, it depends because everybody's individual and different. But I thought I'd tell you just a couple things about mine, because sometimes I think people think, when you have a chronic illness, like, okay, well, that's the compartment of who you are. But for those of us who have multiple issues particularly, it's like all day, every day. It's kind of like one of those obsessive hobbies that people do that they're always spending time on, except we don't really have much of a choice. So let me just show you a couple things that might make it a little clearer what this really means. For starters, sleeping. This is my bed. Now, you'll notice my husband and I have switched to twin beds, partially, completely, because I get up and down so many times during the night that he wasn't able to get a decent night's sleep, and one of us needs to be partially well rested at least, so we ended up having to switch. This is how I sleep. Now, I have EDS, which causes chronic pain, and there aren't that many settings where I am not hurting in some way, shape, or form, and one of them is sleeping. I have this exact position that I can sleep in at this point that does not hurt, and there's one position. And any other spot on my back or on my side, or if I flip over, it's going to end up hurting. And so I have this pillow. It's basically, I'm on my side with one leg up here to balance out my misplaced hips, and this back here to put my foot up on so that my knee doesn't press down on the mattress, and this for along my back, and this for around my head. It's totally weird, and it feels ridiculous needing all that, but that's the way it is. Let me show you something else. We'll go over here into the kitchen. When I get up in the morning, or, at any given time, every 3 hours, my life gets to come to this little section. This is my pills. Thank you, Hopi. That's my little pill section where I put pretty much everything so that they're defined. It's nice that they're all different colors so I can tell what they are. But this is my daily pills section. Can you back up and show like the whole basket and everything? There you go. That's just life. So every 2 to 3 hours, I'm likely taking something, or I'm doing my special diet or whatever. And then down here in the cupboard is the extra stuff for when we need extra stuff. So that's dealing with symptoms that may not be every 2 to 3 hours, but they still need to be accessible. I've also got two knee braces. I've got this little ball that I sit on for myofascial release, if that's the right way to say it. I've got the hot and the cold. You might take a scalding shower if you need to. There's basically all these things that you do to try and deal with living with disease, living with pain, living with whatever it is that you have. So sometimes when people say, hey, have you tried this? It gets a little frustrating to people with chronic illness, because that's what we do. We spend our days and our nights and our years trying this and that and the other thing, and I've tried the hot and the cold and the plexus and the yoga. Well, I haven't tried yoga, but the essential oils and the turmeric and the natural things, and I've got a list of about, I don't know, probably 30 or 40 things that I've tried just for the chronic pain. That's not counting what I've tried for the Addisons, or what I've tried for the hypoglycemia, or what I've tried for fixing the scoliosis, or what I've tried for the cyst in my brain, or what I've tried for, it just goes on and on and on. So sometimes, we explain why we aren't trying the thing that is suggested, or sometimes it just is too much, and so we just want to say thanks for the suggestion and move on. So you may be thinking, well, good grief, what is this EDS thing if it causes all these weirdness things in your day and your night? But that will be for the next video. So you can stop this one now, and we'll move on to the next one.